I think it's always great when you have like Dutch surfers that are really well at what they do. His purpose is to improve people's skill. I think he's one of the best.
Morning.
And maybe I started to follow him. I think it's something like that. And then I saw, of course, this coaching suite. It was already, I think it was like 3 years ago. I think it was also the first time that he really did that for a whole week with a smaller group. And then I subscribed. And then we went to France. For me, it was like a fairy tale, you know, and nobody in the water.
Yeah.
I think that's quite cool. What I really like this time is that he really took also a lot of time to do a one-on-one session.
Yeah.
So I think that was definitely something that helped me. But I think what I like about, specifically about these weeks, is that he always gives everybody the same amount of attention. And it doesn't matter what your level of surfing is, you know, in a sense, because of course there's always a difference within the group, you know. It's like really equally divided. I think that is really, I think it's a special gift. You really see in that, I would say, that his purpose is to improve people's skill, in that sense. Pepijn always talks about his 4 levels of learning, like being unconsciously unable.
Yes.
And then you go from consciously unable, then you go to consciously able, and then you go to unconsciously able.
Yeah.
And I think I really made the step to be consciously able. The most important thing that I learned is the stance. And the stance for me makes a huge difference because I think, you know, I have this whole idea about compression extension, about how to make a turn. I have that already quite well figured out, but my hips were really locked just because my stance wasn't right. I think the first lesson, of course, also is to have fun and just to be able to fail and enjoy the failing. I think that is one of the valuable aspects that I think was addressed multiple times. And feeling how your board reacts when you take this step back to the back of the board. It's just unbelievable. There were some really, really enjoyable waves. But I think the ones that I enjoyed most is when I was consciously also able to look at the pocket. So looking behind and see, you know, that's the place I want to go to.
Yeah.
And that's because, you know, and I think that, and it's something that I think Pepijn explained quite well. I think it's the most beautiful location. Everything is really well organized. You really feel that they are taking care of you. Fucking amazing. That's almost one word. I think he's one of the best. And that's not just because I had a really nice week, but I really feel that that's the fact. Because the thing is, you know, you can know a lot about what it's all about, but, you know, really feeling the passion to bring that to other people, but also have the didactical skills to teach. I think, you know, having that as a package deal, I think that is it's quite special. Very professional, and that's easy to say to a coach, yeah, he's professional, but I think there are not a lot of people in surfing that are as professional as Pepijn is. So you really feel that what he wants to bring to you, he's tried to raise it to the highest bar in how he can explain that to you. So when he says, you know, it's to teach people surfing is my purpose, you know, to make them better. It's a nice sentence, you know, everybody can say that, you know. I could read that in every surf school.
Yeah.
But really in everything he does, that's what you feel. He's passionate. He's really passionate about the sport, and he's really passionate about improving your skills and putting it on a high level. And I think secondly, personal. So I think he's always like into the personal connection, sharing something from himself, really being really interested into how people are in the group, wanting to think along. It can also be on, I don't know, food and things you eat, drink, etc. Yeah. I really feel, well, I have not had a better coach in my 15 years of surfing, and I had a few. Definitely not be the last week that I will make use of his coaching skills in improving my surf.